Hey guys, it's MagicMurray, and look, I promised you guys a long time ago that I do a house reveal. I've lived here for 10 years, never really shown my collection of my historical Hollywood stuff, entertainer stuff, or even my house or my cars, so I thought this would be a great time right now during the holidays, because it's all decked out for Christmas as well, because I love Christmas, to show you my house. So, of course I got my cars, the 1973 Stingray, one of my favorite old classic cars that I happen to have. We try to drive it once, twice a week around town. That truck, believe it or not, I got as my first vehicle when I was like 18 years old. Come on in. This is Ted the Turtle. I decided to buy that because it was an impulse buy. I had two trees here I couldn't have here anymore, so I thought, you know what? Let's buy a huge turtle that no one else really wants. So we named him Ted the Turtle. So he just hangs out. Everyone seems to sit on him and get pictures and all that stuff. So, of course, we have this fire hydrant. People think this fire hydrant actually works. It doesn't. I actually won that at a auction where it was for a dog rescue, and I rescue tons of dogs. I've actually rescued 5 dogs up until now. But if you turn it on, it will not work. So there you go. Oh, and this is Kitten. This is Danny, my fiance's cat. He's an outdoor cat. He just turned 14, and he's kind of like the boss of the neighborhood, and that's why he's out here. He's kind of acting as my security. So. Come on in. And there she is. This is Danny, everybody. And she's my fiance. We just got engaged a few months ago. And Lou, I know, you're very upset. You want to say hi to everybody? Come here, Lou. Come here, come here, Lou. There she is. So these are our rescue dogs. This is Kahlua. And this is Smudge, and that is Bailey. I collect a lot of memorabilia. We love collecting old Hollywood stuff. And we're both entertainers. Daniel's a showgirl here in Las Vegas. She's the host of Crazy Girls. Some of you may know that. Of course, I have my own show, the Tropicana. And we also do a show called Fantasy, where we're guest acts over at the Luxor, yeah. So we have a lot of collectibles on the wall. If you look over here, we got Jerry Lewis's magic book, which he signed for me when I got to meet him a few years ago. He's passed away now, but he was like basically the Jim Carrey of the 1950s and 1960s. It's me and Britney Spears backstage. We did she performed at Planet Hollywood, where Danny's show is at right now, and where my show used to be. And then there's Phyllis Diller, where I got my hairstyle from. That is her cigarette holder. She never smoked a day in her life, but her whole prop was a cigarette in a cigarette holder. She used it all the time. Also, as you come into the house, got the high ceilings, of course. We love Christmas, so we got this massive Christmas tree. Danny wanted to bow on it this year, so that was why we have this really magenta colored bow. And we actually used it for a TV show. So there it is. And this chandelier, that was kind of cool as well. That is from Jerry Lewis's house as well. That was the chandelier he had dinners under many, many, many years. Over 45 years he owned that house. And look in the back corner over here, there's a bunch of costumes. And these costumes are from a bunch of different people. This white tuxedo is from a gentleman named Jack Codell. Jack Codell, that's his photo right here in this poster. And Jack Codell was the first magician to ever perform in Las Vegas. And he also was the first magician to ever perform a magic act with birds. So if you ever see a magician doing an act with birds, which is super common, this is the man that invented it. This next costume is a really heavy costume. This is Phyllis Diller's costume, one of her stage costumes. I believe she wore for like a July 4th type of celebrations. This next thing is a really cool two-piece thing. It's a black jacket and also a tuxedo shirt. The black jacket is from the early 2000s. The white shirt is from 1964, and this is Jerry Lewis's actual outfits. 64 is a really skinny shirt that probably wouldn't even fit me now. So yeah, some kind of cool costumes and legends, because without these stars that came before us, there'd be none of us here in Vegas doing what we do. Right above you, as you can see, is a box office sign. A box office sign is kind of super cool, is because that is Debbie Reynolds' box office sign. Debbie Reynolds used to have a theater here and used to own a hotel in this town, and so that was her sign outside her box office. And when that hotel was being wrecked, I decided to purchase that as well. So of course we have our village. I always love these Christmas villages. I think they're the coolest thing. So well, my mom and dad, when I bought the house, they gave me some money as a congratulations for buying my house. I bought this collection. It's a Kohl's Christmas village, so we like to put up every year.
This is our first year of doing Elf on the Shelf too. You still haven't found
I still haven't found Elf on the Shelf yet. I know you moved it on me. I don't know where it is. You said it's to this side of the place. I'll have to look at it. Maybe we'll find it when we do the tour. If you guys see the Elf on the Shelf before I do, let me know. Or at least put in the comments that you found the Elf in the shelf. Of course, over here is our kitchen, and this is kind of cool. A couple of things. The chandelier in the booth right over here are pretty cool. This booth is actually from the Dunes Hotel in Las Vegas. The Dunes Hotel was exactly where the Bellagio is now in Vegas. And that was a really famous hotel for a lot of stars. Upstairs used to have a theater, and this is one of the booths in the theater. I have two of them. I have one in the garage and storage we have, but we also have this is where we have our coffee and read the paper in the morning. Also these stars, photos and autographs, they're all legitimate autographs from Lucille Ball to a very famous magician over there named Cardini. Of course, Fred and Ginger with their autographs, and Marilyn Monroe and Marlon Brando, Elvis Presley. This is Vera Ellen. Most people don't know her name, but you know who she is. She's the real pretty girl in A White Christmas at Christmas time. This is the actual front door handle of the Riviera Hotel and Casino, which is where Danny's show originally started, Crazy Girls. It was there for what, over 25 years or something?
Yeah, over 25 years, and now at Planet Hollywood for the last 6 or so, but it originated at the Riviera.
And the chandelier above us is actually from the Frank Sinatra suite at the Riviera Hotel. This phone here, kind of random. I always forget we have this phone here. It did not come with these antlers, but they're there right now. But this is Debbie Reynolds. For those who don't know who she might be, she's very famous from a movie called Singing in the Rain. A lot of people do skits on it, the music and everything else, whether you're young or old. But this is her phone from her home in Malibu. Our yard's not that clean because fall just came here in Vegas, and so anyways, we have leaves everywhere. But you can come on out. This is where we have fires every couple nights. It's a real wood-burning fireplace, which we love. Over here, we have a lot of cool parties in this area. And if that hot tub could talk. No, it shouldn't talk. This is our little fountain. This is an area where we have a little coffee area, and of course a picnic table back here, which is kind of nice.
Little mini putt-putt.
Yeah.
2 holes, takes me 2 hours.
Little pitch and putt golf course, exactly. This is always fun. The more wine you drink, the harder it is to play the game. So.
That's for sure.
But yeah, this is kind of a cool hang back here as well. So like I said, I like using different areas of my home, making it kind of cool things. There you go. You want to explain this to them as well? Some of your photos and stuff?
So this is the Daily Gazette. It's a newspaper in upstate New York where I'm from, and it's just an article that talks about what it was like for me to be a part of Jubilee, because it was such an iconic show here in Vegas. And one of my favorite photos is this one here when some of the Jubilee girls, we got to perform on the Ellen show with J-Lo. And this was our opening costume.
That's very cool. We also call this kind of like the brag hallway because it's out of the way. And it's up our staircase, so if anyone's staying at our home, they get to see it, but usually it's hidden. We got our YouTube plaques right here in the corner. We have our 100,000, of course, our 1 million plaque, on our way to 2 million now. It's a cool original piece right here by Michael Goddard, where he painted me as an olive right there with the hair and everything. And that's one that he did for our big party we had about 1.5 years ago for hitting 1 million subscribers. This is our office where I sit here and do all my emails and stuff, and work from my home office here and answer calls, kind of come here and have coffee and stuff. It's kind of nice to look over into the living room and kind of a cool view. But yeah, we like sitting up here hanging out. It's where the guests all stay. These are all guest rooms up here as well for our friends to hang out in and chill. We did that whole room into Tahiti stuff, because I worked in Tahiti for over 14 years. So I decided to make the whole room kind of Tahitian feeling, because I had a great time with it. I do 4 to 6 months a year in Tahiti performing. So yeah, it's kind of cool. It's like one of our guest rooms. Now our second guest room is this room. Not that special right now, but Danny's also a professional masseuse, so she does massages in this room as well. A massage chair, and also we can also turn this room into a massage room or into a full-on guest room for our guests and people like that. So it's kind of a multi-use room. We're just sit up here and watch a little TV, kind of hang out, and that's about it, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this car is actually the car my dad brought me home from the hospital. My mom and dad, this car. He bought it in 1971. It's a 1969 Grand Prix. And it's one of our favorite cars. It runs really good. It probably runs the best out of all the cars. And it's, over 40 years old, obviously. And also way up there is my first poster when I played Las Vegas. A very young me. It's when I was like 28 years old. With one of my first chihuahuas there, little Ella. She's no longer around. And the other poster says Basin Street Follies. That was when I played in Atlantic City at the Showboat. And that's about it. That's my house tour for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you like these house tours, make sure you comment down below. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like, because if you like these house tours, we'll take you on a bunch of our celebrity friends' homes. We know everybody in town, and they got some really cool collective stuff. Entertainers are really interesting. It's like a snowflake. Every entertainer is completely different, right? Until next time, you're gone, not me. It's my house. Get the heck out, guys. Get the heck out. Let's go. You've seen enough.